guys, to another episode. This one's a little more, uplifting and on the brighter side of things, unlike the last one. It's pretty big news for Las Vegas sports today. Well, of course, I'm being very rude. You got, Joey G here and
got Stat Matt.
and Matt, obviously. I was pretty rude of me. I didn't even get to introduce him. Just cut him off right away. My bad, man. My bad. But we'll get right into it here with the
water, dude.
shut the fuck up. We got the Raiders, officially moving to Las Vegas, officially becoming the Las Vegas Raiders, I should say. The relocation was initially announced in March of 2017, I believe, and then they kind of said that they wouldn't officially be moving to Vegas until 2019 or 2020. Obviously now it's 2020, and kind of me and Matt talked about this yesterday on our radio show, The Campus Breakdown. By the way, I'm going to plug that real quick. Monday through Friday on the 91.5 HD2. Make sure you download the app. 6 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday. Make sure you guys tune in. My plug's over.
It's okay, podcast you can plug all you want.
Just get we're not on the air, so I can just start plugging that all I want.
That's right.
But so me and Matt were kind of talking about, will they officially be the Las Vegas Raiders when the draft comes? Because that'll just be awkward if they're still saying, and the Oakland Raiders select, and everyone knows inevitably in the next month or two they'll be moving to Las Vegas. So today they officially became, quite the coincidence. Mark Davis is probably listening to that, I assume.
He had to.
And he was like, let's just make it official tomorrow. Joey Gallegos and Matt Rafferty just brought it up on their radio show, because I know he's listening. What else? Yeah, it's Monday night.
Right.
He downloads the app and he listens to us. That's just what he does.
Shout out Mark Davis.
Just like Steve Ballmer, and when I call out LeBron, they're all listening. I know for a fact. They don't have anything else better to do.
That's right.
But yeah, they're officially the Las Vegas Raiders. They had a big ceremony at the stadium site or construction site. I know Derek Carr, Walker, and a numerous amount of Raider and former Raider players were there, and they made it official. You go to their social media, they're now the Las Vegas Raiders, and they released a video, and I believe some Las Vegas Raider apparel will be coming out very, very, very soon, and I will be first in line to get me a Las Vegas Raider hoodie, even though I'm a diehard Cowboy fan. Got to support my local sports teams. I'm really excited, man. I always thought, and I've said this a lot, that Vegas would get NBA first. I've always believed that Vegas has been a basketball town more than anything, especially I believe the Runnin' Rebels played a huge role in that, with the Jerry Tarkanian era from voice crack, by the way, Jesus. From 1973 to 1992. The Runnin' Rebels making 4 Final Fours and winning a national championship. And a lot of people came to Vegas to watch the Runnin' Rebels, and even, in the early, 2000s, in the early 2010s, or 2010s, I should say, there was a lot of success with the program. And in the summer, you have all the AAU basketball tournaments. You have the NBA Summer League come here. You have NBA teams play preseason games here. You get the NBA All-Star game here in 2007. I just thought, at some point we were going to get an NBA. And T-Mobile was originally built for an NBA team. We were supposed to get either the Milwaukee Bucks or the Sacramento Kings. Both of those cities came through at the 11th hour to build their team a new arena. And that's when the NHL came. They were like, hey, you kind of have a nice new arena there you just built for nothing. What if we put hockey there? And that's worked out pretty well. And then we get NFL, and I thought that'd be the last thing we'd get. Honestly, I never thought Vegas would get an NFL team. And then obviously in 2016, the rumors start flying out that the Raiders toured Vegas, for potential stadium sites. And here we are today. The Raiders will officially kick off here in Las Vegas at the brand new Allegiant Stadium in August for preseason, August of 2020, but the regular season, September of 2020. And I couldn't be more excited. Hopefully the Cowboys come down next year, because I know that's when we play the Raiders again. Hopefully the Cowboys come down to Vegas in 2021, or they come down for a preseason game, and hopefully the Steelers come down to Vegas very soon, so Matt can watch his piss poor Pittsburgh Steelers coming to town.
Hey, that's all right. We don't have to worry about that till at least 2021. So hopefully we have a quarterback by then.
That's
in all
wishful
seriousness,
thinking
though,
right there.
hey, you never know.
I'll get your hopes up, buddy.
We got 2 drafts to figure this out, man. So you never know. We're usually good at those second round picks or something like that. Just that's choo-choo. But in all seriousness, though, really cool that now we can officially call them the Las Vegas Raiders. Kind of have never, I mean, since they were the Oakland Raiders, never really liked the Raiders. Wasn't a,
Yeah, me either.
wasn't a-
Sounding I'm a big
wasn't a huge fan of, especially like their fan base, like the Black Hole and whatnot. You know, some of the stories that came out about how they were treating, you know, whether it's officials or opposing fans, opposing teams, just didn't really sit well with me. But I'm hoping this move to Vegas kind of cleans that up a little bit. You get a more, if you will, mature franchise. You know, obviously, we've had some positive stuff come out from the Knights as far as, you know, how fans treat opposing, you know, fans and whatnot. I believe they even did one like on the St. Louis Blues when they came here, and all the Blues fans are like, we absolutely come back to T-Mobile in Vegas again for another game. You know, the fans had nothing but respect, and so hopefully that does translate.
I think they're just passionate fans.
Yeah,
I don't think we should be bashing the Black Hole and Raider fans. You know, some fan bases are just really passionate about their team. Steeler fans have had a number of run-ins before when the Browns come into town. There was a whole video of Steeler fans following this dad and a kid harassing them because they had Browns jerseys on. Cowboy fans have had their run-ins. I think it's inevitable in the sports world that every team has problems with their fan bases. But I just think the Raiders, they have a diehard fan base. You know, they're a brand more than they belong to a city. They're more of a brand to me. Raider fans are everywhere, and they just really love their team. And you know, it's even me sometimes. I get pretty upset when they lose, and I'm sure if I was at a couple Cowboy games and there were some bad calls, I might probably throw my unfinished hot dog at a couple officials.
From the third or fourth.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just part of being a passionate fan. I think it's very different. I think if you go to a Knights game and you ask every fan in the arena to name more than 5 Knight players, I would say about 70% probably couldn't do it.
Right.
If you go to the Coliseum up in Oakland and you ask every Raider fan there to name the entire roster, I guarantee about 90% of that crowd could do it. You know, I think they just have really diehard fans and they love their team, and the Raiders are a lifestyle to them. And you kind of see that a bunch of Raider fans are going to follow them here to Vegas, and they're going to move from Oakland to Vegas. And, you know, even my friend's dad, my friend Dominic, his dad, Giancarlo, moved from St. Louis to Vegas so he could watch his Raiders play. And, you know, that's
Dedication.
Yeah, that's dedication to your team, and you know, I think every fan base again has had their run-ins with incidents. Again, I think it's pretty inevitable with every NFL team that their fan bases are going to have some sort of issue. But you know, I think they're just really diehard fans and they care about their team. And you know, a loss on Sunday is going to bug them until next Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I do like the new look though for the Raiders, especially getting out of that Coliseum.
Yeah, that was dumb. Coliseum was dumb.
That field was a mess.
You had sewage literally leaking onto the field. So that's...
and you were playing on a baseball field, and it was
That's not ideal.
Yeah, especially, you know, just watching those games. It on TV even, it was tough to watch because, you know, that baseball field was just... but glad that they are getting a new, you know, new look, new stadium, brand new field. It's all theirs. They don't have to share it with anybody outside of UNLV football. But, I mean, there's going to be no baseball going on at the Allegiant Stadium, so don't have to worry about that anymore. Yes, there were rumors, for those that are wondering, about Tom Brady possibly coming to the Raiders. Highly doubt it happens, though, because of numerous reasons. One being, you know, obviously location. He'd have to relocate, you know, his wife Giselle and his kids.
I don't think that's an issue when you're making $30 million a year.
Well, as far as Giselle would have a bigger say in that, though, because they don't, you know, she's going to want to go somewhere like a New York or Los Angeles where she can continue her career. I would imagine. So, not to say that Las Vegas isn't a good.
I mean, that's kind of what you have the
market.
off season for. A lot of teams do that. Like they kind of just go somewhere, and they like Tom Brady has a house out in LA for the off season. Like he's not up in Boston all year.
Right.
And I think you got to look into it if the money's right. And I think it's the same thing for Tom Brady. And why wouldn't you want to live in Vegas? You know, during the football year, it's pretty good weather, and then Our football season, it's pretty good weather for the most part, and then no state tax at all either.
There
So
you go. That's nice.
that's definitely attractive to me.
But you also got to look at other aspects too. Is New England going to pony up more money for Tom? We've heard that is at the forefront of Tom's request this offseason, is he would like to start initially getting paid, quit taking the hometown discount, as some people would call it. And the other thing too, you also have to look at it is it going to be a good situation for Tom? Obviously, there are some.
God, those fucking people are loud.
I know, man.
Holy shit.
Is it going to be better for Tom? Because there, I think, are some glaring questions about the Raiders receiving core as far as its strength. Would it really be an improvement from the Patriots receiving core? Would it kind of just be the same? Now especially in a division where
Just slamming doors and yelling in the library. That's
yeah, I know, man.
elite stuff right there.
If y'all can tell, by the way, we kind of relocated temporarily, just like the Raiders.
Yeah.
But the Raiders are more permanent than we are. So, anyways, getting back on topic, now you'd be talking about Tom Brady moving into that division with Patrick Mahomes, where you got to face him twice, and that's no easy feat, regardless when or where, any circumstance that you do have to go up against Patrick Mahomes. He's in the Super Bowl for a reason. He's definitely the future of this league. One of the faces. So you'd be asking Tom to go up against that. With questions at the receiving core, I'm not sure if you'd be all interested in that. So that's why I say it's more of a rumor than it, actually is probably going to happen. My guess is my gut feeling is New England's just going to pony up some extra money because they've been saving and saving and saving on Tom pretty much his whole career. So now I'm sure Robert Kraft would be able to afford a little bit extra money for Tom Brady if that's basically been his only request through his time out of the Patriot. But as far as the Raiders are concerned, I'm happy for him. I would definitely be attending some Raider games next season.
It's $600. You can pull $600
We're
out of your ass.
not going to worry about how that formulates, but let's just say I'll be attending some Raiders games. I'm excited to see the team. Sounds like they should be playing some decent home games. Obviously, you'll have one against the Chiefs, who are in the Super Bowl this year. Some other notable ones, I believe, even out of the NFC South. I'm not sure if the Saints are for sure coming here, if we got to play them in New Orleans, but I did hear of a few NFC South teams that we'll be playing, along with the rest of the AFC North. Who knows, you might see a new quarterback with the Chargers. That might be fun.
Teddy Bridgewater, I hope.
Teddy Bridgewater, yeah, that'd be great.
For the Raiders, you get Teddy Bridgewater.
I like that move. And I guess we have.
We have
a couple minutes, right, to talk about this. If the Raiders in fact do not get Tom Brady in free agency, what do you look to see them do, whether it be in the draft or throughout the free agency period?
I'd sign Teddy Bridgewater, and then I would come down here to lead library, and I would knock on the people right next to us, and I would tell them to shut the fuck up. That's what I would do. So Teddy Bridgewater, and then send some officials, or send the offensive linemen down, like the 6'6", 300-pound guys, and tell them to knock on the door and just tell them to knock it off, because I'm getting headache from those people. No, but yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, that's what I would do.
Yeah, Teddy for sure would be a nice option. You do get some decent quarterbacks in the draft. Obviously, Tua's name has been thrown around there. We're not sure where he's going to be drafted. We'd assume somewhere in the first round from all the projections that we've seen, whether it be Mel Kiper or another source. It's clear that Cincinnati is pretty set on taking Joe Burrow with that #1 pick, and they have no intentions of trading it. So it'll be interesting to see which route the Raiders go. Whichever route they do go, I don't think they can stay with Derek Carr long term. Yes, Derek Carr can win you a couple games here and there if need be, but as far as we're talking about a franchise quarterback that's going to make a legitimate impact and can win you some meaningful games, especially in the postseason, I've just not bought in on Derek Carr. Especially only having really one, pretty good season, and it was cut short due to injury. And really, since that injury, it seems like he hasn't been the same, Derek Carr, and as far as playing at the same level. So I do think a new face, if the Raiders want to explore a new quarterback option, now's the perfect time. New stadium, new city, what a perfect way to come into that situation them with a brand new quarterback who could be possibly the face of the franchise, and you're seeing that on billboards all around the Las Vegas Valley.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely very excited for the new era in Vegas getting an NFL team, and definitely will be rooting for the Raiders as long as they're not playing the Cowboys.
That's right. They got my support. So
Yeah. You have any other closing statements?
just make sure you turn those post notifications on your YouTube channel, because you never know when we're gonna post. So you want to be informed. Make sure you share this, neighbor, friends, dogs, and mate Antonio Brown if he's able to comprehend. For those that watched the last episode, you'll understand. But thank you all for watching. We do appreciate the support. And we will see you on the next episode of Back and Forth, unless Joey's got something.
Yeah, can agree. Pretty much everything Matt just said. And I'm probably going to go and talk to those people over there.